Hello, I'm Christian Gilby with the Mobility Product Management team at ShoreTel. ShoreTel Mobility is designed to empower mobile workers to enjoy communication capabilities traditionally available only when tethered to a desk. With ShoreTel Mobility, users have access to desk phone, presence, and IM capabilities on their smartphones and tablets, allowing them to work and be productive from anywhere. Here's a quick behind-the-scenes look at how ShoreTel Mobility works. The ShoreTel Mobility Router integrates with your company's existing voice and unified communications infrastructure. Whether it is a Cisco Call Manager, an Avaya Communications Manager, Microsoft Lync, or our own ShoreTel system. The Mobility Router integrates with IP-based PBXs over standard SIP protocol. It connects to the PBX via a SIP line, just like many desk phones do, and through a SIP trunk for cellular access. The UC functionality of instant messaging and presence is extended to mobiles through integration with XMPP and Microsoft Lync systems. For legacy TDM-based systems, the Mobility Router connects by way of a SIP to TDM or PRI gateway. Now let's look at several call scenarios. Here's my iPhone with ShoreTel Mobility running on it. As you can see, I'm placing a call over a Wi-Fi network. When I place this call, the Mobility client sends call setup messages to the Mobility Router, which it in turn sends to the PBX via the SIP line interface. The PBX will then route the call via the PSTN, just as it would when placing a call from the desk phone. The person receiving this call will see my business desk phone number and not my mobile number. Now let's look at placing a call over the cellular network. When I place the call, the client automatically redirects the call to a special DID or direct inward dial number that routes within the enterprise to the Mobility Router. The Mobility Router receives the call and the caller's digits dialed. It then sends these dialed digits, for example a long distance number, to the PBX, which will then route the call to the destination. A standard PBX least cost routing will be leveraged when routing this call to the destination. Finally, let's also look at receiving calls. In this example, Joe dials my business number. The PBX receives the call and rings my desk phone as you would expect. But with Mobility, in addition to just ringing my desk phone, the PBX also sends a SIP call setup message to the Mobility Router. The Mobility Router then checks on which network the mobile user is located based on the SIP registration of the mobile device. It then determines which network to route the call over based on network availability, quality, and cost optimization. The user receives the call and sees Joe's caller ID. As you've seen, as a user, I don't really have to think about where I am or on which network or device. I just place and receive business calls on my mobile device and let ShoreTel Mobility take care of the rest. If you have any questions or are interested in more information about ShoreTel Mobility, please contact your local ShoreTel integrator, or you can find more information at www.shoretel.com/mobility.